So this week we are going to talk about the big problem, communication.
So one of the main complaints that couples come into counseling with is communicating. But the truth is that they are communicating, even if they're silent, they're just not effectively communicating. So we're here from Epic Wellness Clinic to talk to you a little bit about effective communicating and some activities you can use
Yes.
at
And
home.
we can even do a demonstration, little demonstration of how actually active listening and effective communication work when we put little effort to it. Because most of the time, people listen to respond. So you're listening to the other person, but you're not listening to understand what the person is saying. You're listening so that it's going to be your turn to say something, to respond, right?
And a lot of times people interrupt somebody when they're talking
Hold on.
like that, right? So, and then the person stops what they're saying
Yes.
and they don't get to say what they have to say, or you're not even listening to them and they don't feel heard.
Yes.
So we're going to show you all how to do a little bit of active listening exercises. And the whole goal is to let the person speak for the amount of time they need to. Usually at home you could try for about 10 minutes and then you respond to the person by what you heard and what you think they said. So if it's not what they said, they can respond back.
Yes. And also one of the tools that they can use, if you feel like, okay, 10 minutes is not manageable
Correct.
enough for me in the beginning, you can count to 3 once the person is done talking before you say something.
That's
So
a good
that will
idea.
also, give you some space before you jump and say, or respond. Because we are more passionate about what we are about to say, but less curious about what the person is about to say. So we are trying to kind of change this dynamic in therapeutic relationships with our clients when we work on one-on-one. And if they come as a couple or as a family, we also teach those skills to them to use it at home every day, hopefully. So now we're going to do a little example of what it would look like. Jojo, I don't like it when you change plans last minute. I feel like it, you can just easily ruin my day, my all plans, and it's not important if I have something planned for myself. So we always go with your changes, and I don't like this.
So what I've heard you say, Jean, is that when I change plans, it really bothers you and it upsets you. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's absolutely correct, and I don't like it. It really.
So what can I do differently?
So what can you do differently? You need to stop doing that.
Okay, so how would I know when I'm doing it, and how do I stop doing it? What would make you feel that I have tried to change or stop doing that?
1, 2, 3. I guess it's my turn to stop that, right? Okay. So I think, if it's hard for you to identify, I can, just tell you when you're doing it. Would that help you?
I think that would help me.
Okay. So how are we going to do that though, right? So when we have this opportunity, because for the person who's experiencing
Yes.
it might be hard to identify whether they're doing it, even though they're not doing it intentionally, but still, it's part of what they do, and it's not a problem for them. If it's a problem for you, so that you can guide and help the partner. So maybe, we can help one another, but identifying if it's so hard for the partner to identify.
So how do we help one another?
In therapeutic settings, this is one of the tools that I love, Jojo, and I give it to every client of mine, is the first assignment that they need to do to identify what they go through or to stop themselves from, not effective behavior. Very simple thing called rubber bands, actually.
The rubber bands.
So these rubber bands can become your bracelets for some time until you get used to it. So you give yourself both a physical and emotional warning of this is happening. And also you can warn one another without actually making the person feel like you're criticizing or demanding things. So here's what we can do. If you feel like I am being too sensitive or overreacting when you make these changes in the plans, you can pull mine. And if I feel like you could avoid making last minute changes and you're about to make a last minute change that will become a problem for me, I'm going to pull yours.
That can work.
Would that work? Yes.
That can work.
So try something very simple. Don't, complicate things in communication. All you have to do is just listen, be curious, and look for a solution that will help both of you. And here at Epic Wellness Clinic, our licensed psychotherapists are here to help. If you have any problems with your partners, your family members, about
Even your children.
yes.
We're always
Have
here
a
to help.
fantastic rest of the week.